children. Namaste. Welcome back. Children, in the last session you have learned that metamorphic rocks are formed from igneous and sedimentary rocks due to extreme heat and pressure. These metamorphic rocks are hotter and stronger than the parent rocks. The different types of metamorphic rocks are marble, it is formed from limestone; slate, the shiny black metamorphic rock formed from shale; gneiss. Gneiss is a metamorphic rock with light and dark bands formed from granite. Quartzite. Quartzite is a hard metamorphic rock formed from sandstone. Children, now let us start today's session. Lesson number 3. Rocks and minerals. Topics to be discussed: uses of rocks, formation of coal, formation of petroleum, conservation of fossil fuels. Words to memorize: material, M-A-T-E-R-I-A-L, material, M-A-T-E-R-I-A-L, material. The matter from which a thing is made is called material. Fossil fuels, F-O-S-S-I-L, fossil, F-U-E-L-S, fossil fuels. Fuels formed from decay of plants and animals. Fossil fuels, fuels formed from decayed plants and animals. Liquified, L-I-Q-U-I-F-I-E-D, liquified, L-I-Q-U-I-F-I-E-D, liquified, to make into liquid form. To make into liquid form. Refined, R-E-F-I-N-E-D, refined. Making pure, R-E-F-I-N-E-D, refined. Making pure. Resource, R-E-S-O-U-R-C-E, resource, a source of material. Resource, a source of material. Swampy, S-W-A-M-P-Y, swampy, S-W-A-M-P-Y, swampy, covered with shallow water. Covered with shallow water. Rocks as resources. Children, rocks are used for various purposes. Rocks are used as building materials. Rocks provide us with important resources such as fuels, metals and gemstones. In the image here you can see, children, rock is used as building material and rock with metals and rock with gemstones. Fuels. Fuels such as coal and petroleum are obtained from rocks. Let us learn first about the coal. Coal. Coal is a shiny black sedimentary rock. Here in the image you can see coal, children. It is usually formed by low-lying swampy forests. Swampy forest, already I explained, children, shallow. In shallow water, whatever the forest grow, those are called as the swampy forest. So the plants that die in the low-lying areas get buried in the water bodies. The forests which are near to the water bodies, they are buried under the water bodies. Formation of coal. It takes millions of years for formation of coal. The plants that die in the low-lying areas get buried in the swamps. Swamps are nothing but shallow water bodies. Then they begin to decay and get covered with layers of mud, clay, silt and more dead plants. As layers get deposited over the years, heat and pressure changes them into sedimentary rock called coal. So it takes millions of years for formation of the coal. It is formed from the dead plants. Petroleum. Petroleum or crude oil is a thick black liquid found deep inside the earth between layers of sedimentary rocks. Children, here this petroleum is found between layers of sedimentary rocks. Coal is formed by remains of dead plants, children, whereas the petroleum is formed by remains of dead plants and animals in the sea. And it takes millions of years for the formation of petroleum. Millions of years ago, dead remains got buried in layers in the seabed due to heat and pressure. They changed into petroleum. Children, here you can see image of formation of petroleum. In the first picture, you can see that tiny sea plants and animals die and they were buried on the ocean floor. In the next image, children, you can see that these plants and animal remains, they are covered by sedimentary rocks and there will be pressure of water above the sedimentary rock. And it will take some millions of years. At last, it changes into petroleum, children. Children, here in the image you can see refinery, children. Refinery, it is an equipment where the petroleum is refined, means purified, to obtain a number of products such as petrol, diesel, petroleum gas, kerosene and lubricating oil. And we know that petrol and diesel are used as fuels in vehicles. In the image you can see, children, refinery image, different products we get when we refine petroleum. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, is used in our homes as cooking fuel. In the image you can see, children, cylinder. This is the LPG cylinder which is used as cooking fuel in our homes. Petroleum is also used to make medicines. Fertilizers. Fertilizers are used for growing crops, children. Plastics, paints, paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is used in making candles. It is also used in making vaselines, in body lotions, etc. Natural gas. It is obtained from the same rocks where coal and petroleum are found. It is also formed from the decayed remains of plants and animals. Children, when the black thick liquid comes out, it is called as the petroleum. When the black rock comes out, then it is called as the coal. When the gas comes out, it is called as the natural gas. This coal, petroleum and natural gas, they are formed from the decayed remains of dead plants and animals. So they are called fossil fuels. Coal and natural gas are burnt in power station to produce electricity. Even they can give electricity for us when they are burnt in power stations. Conservation of fossil fuels. Children, it took millions of years for formation of coal and petrol. The earth has a limited supply of these fossil fuels, but we are using them at such a fast rate that they will soon get exhausted. And we already studied that it will take millions of years to form coal and petrol, right? So what we should do? Children, we should use them very wisely, and we need to reduce their use as much as possible. As we can use public transport instead of private transport, we can go for carpooling, we can walk for short distance, or we can use bicycles for short distances. Along with these, children, we should use other sources of energy such as the sun, solar energy, the wind energy. These solar energy, wind energy, they are unlimited natural resources of energy. So, instead of going for fossil fuels, we can go for the sun and the wind energy. Children, in today's session, you have learned that rocks are used for various purposes. Rocks are used as building material. Rocks are provided with metals, gemstones and fuels. Coal, petroleum and natural gas are called as fossil fuels as they are formed from decay of dead plants and animals. Coal. Coal is a black sedimentary rock formed from decay of dead plants. Petroleum. Petroleum or crude oil. It is a thick black liquid formed from decay of dead plants and animals. Natural gas. Natural gas is found in the same rock where coal and petroleum are found. So these natural gas, it is also formed from the decay of dead plants and animals. It will take millions of years for formation of these fossil fuels, children. So we need to conserve these fossil fuels. We need to use them in a very limited, and we need to go for some alternate resources like solar energy, wind energy, etc. Children, so now read the lesson and do the given work. Thank you, children.